Hey fam, I want you to like, share, and subscribe to our YouTube channel, youtube.com/Roland S. Martin. And don't forget to turn on your notifications.
You know, 45 is unable to articulate all too often. He said oranges instead of origins twice in less than a minute last week. Today there was, poor Malik, he can't take it. But, I mean, today there's an article in the Washington Post asking, can a president be too old? It talks about Trump, of course, but also points out that Joe Biden would be 82 at the start of his second term, and Bernie Sanders would be 83. And studies of old people find that between 16% and 23% of Americans over 65 experience some form of cognitive impairment. In other words, we are not just as sharp at 65 as we are at 50. Now, you cannot prove that by me. However, should age be a factor in a world where Dorothy Height went to work to the office, the NCAA office, every day in her hat and gloves until she became ill in her 90s? Or Dr. Janetta Cole, president of the board of the National Council of Negro Women, still at work and running all over the place at 82. Should we be thinking about age? Cleo, start with you.
Well, at the risk of starting controversy, black people, and you gave black examples, tend to have a resilience capacity.
Those my sorors and my friends.
That gets beyond other people. You remember they tried to enslave other folks and they didn't work out. They dropped dead, and they got people that were the more resilient.
Oh, Lord.
Suffer that horrible experience. So I don't know. My mother and other people I know who are older. My mother is an attorney with her own law firm, and she's leaning on 80, and she hasn't missed a beat. So I think it depends on the person.
My answer is no. It shouldn't be a factor. We can look at Justice Ginsburg. You know, she's in her 90s or almost 90s.
No, I think she's in her late 80s.
Yeah, well, you know, just as sharp as she was when she started there. So I don't think that I think it's ageist. I don't think that we should even be having a conversation about whether or not.
Over folks.
But you know, if you look at the article that was in the Post today, the guy who wrote it is in his 70s. He's a former editor of the Post, and he acknowledges that he's not what he used to be. He got to take more naps and all that. I'm like, okay, dude, you go. Ryan, you're sitting on the panel, so why don't you chime in for us?
I think it depends on the person, but I will say this. Just judging from my career, these are high-stress jobs. Crises become normal situations. And at some point, at least for me personally, by the time I hit 70, I think I've had enough of it. And I also think you should make room for young talent to be able to. You should bring it along while you're there.
With that. Right. Yeah. Pass the torch.
We should be mentoring people. Absolutely.
All right, folks. Back to that Roland Martin Unfiltered video in just one moment.
Calling all HBCU alumni, students, and leaders. Enter the Ford Motor Company HBCU Mobility Challenge and win $25,000 for your school. Building on their long-term support of HBCUs, Ford is looking to improve in HBCU communities through innovative solutions. The winning program will receive a grant of up to $25,000 to implement their proposal. The deadline to apply has been extended to April 15, 2019. Go to FGB.Life for more information and to apply. Ford goes further in our community.
Now back to your Roland Martin Unfiltered video.